gonna get right into it. Blocking and tackling animation. We're gonna look at some line blocking right here. It's on a 5-man rush. You got 3 down linemen and 2 corners blitzing. And I want you to pay attention to the 2 guards on the inside. You know what I'm saying? What I call this is unified offensive line interaction, man. And basically what I mean by that is, you know, in my opinion, the offensive line as a group has only one AI. You know what I'm saying? I don't feel as though that each individual offensive lineman has their own separate AI system. But I'm gonna get into that later on in the video. Alright, man, here's another play talking about unified O-line interaction. Pay attention to 63 and 62. They get on the snap and they do a horrible job in double team. You know what I'm saying? And I want you to pay attention to how the down lineman interacts with number 63 and number 62 on the offensive line, and how number 63 and number 62 basically coincide with the animation. Remember in the part 1 I was talking about animation coinciding with each other. Look at the lineman, the offensive lineman. Essentially what they're doing is coinciding with the animation in which the defensive lineman is in. And you know, that's where you get the illusion of double team. You know what I'm saying? Because, you know, in essence, it is no animation for the double team. All they're doing is coinciding with the defensive line animation. And since both of them on the unified O-line interaction, they both coincide with it, man. Pay close attention, you know what I'm saying? No animation was made by the offensive lineman. Pay close attention, man. Alright, man, here's an example of actually a good pocket, man. You know, I'm playing in real time right here. And we're going to go back to it. And I want you to look at the unified O-line interaction and how the pocket was formed. Everybody's on the man except for my right guard, Peter Cons, number 66. He steps to the inside to, you know, potentially help on the double team. When he notices that the corner comes on delayed blitz, he immediately goes back into his pocket position and picks up that block. You know what I'm saying? I want you to pay close attention to it. He goes to the inside to help potentially on the double team. You know what I'm saying? He, you know, the problem was he didn't initiate the double team, which he should have did. But when he sees that the number 23 comes on delayed blitz on the corner, he picks that up, goes back into his position, and picks that up, forming a pretty good pocket. You know what I'm saying? You know, when you look at it, and look at number 77. You know, I want you to look at how he comes on the block. Look at the animation. You know what I'm saying? You could borderline call that holding. But look at the animation in which he ran just to the outside, not allowing him to get rush on the edge. It was a pretty good blocking animation overall. One of the rarities in Madden, man. You know what I'm saying? Look at the footwork. You know, it's nice footwork, you know what I'm saying, in regards to the whole block animation. And you know what I'm saying, of course, you know, you gotta have your sit and spin. You know, basically what that's doing is he's resetting, going into a different animation. But overall it's pretty good, man. It's pretty good. Alright, man, here you go. Here's an example of a bad pocket. I want you to pay attention to the right side of the line. Have everybody basically cluttered over there to try to get in a position to make a block. You know what I'm saying? That was in real time. You know, let's break it down. You know, watch basically the center, the right guard, and the right tackle all cluttered in one spot. And what they're doing is they're interacting on the stunt. You know what I'm saying? Just Tuck goes over in the stunt, goes to the inside. Now, because of this only being 4 down linemen coming on the rush, it forces the unified O-line interaction all into that one area. You know what I'm saying? And basically what it does is cause confusion in regards to the AI. You know, check out Peter Khan. You know, check out basically the spin move and how the defensive line, you know, reset to go into another animation, and basically how that just negated Peter Khan's block. You know what I'm saying? And that's your problem with the unified O-line interaction. You know what I'm saying? Something has to be done, and the overall O-line interaction need to be overhauled for this to truly be a simulation football game. That's point blank, period, man. It's just not gonna happen. Alright, man, here's another example of unified O-line interaction in regards to coincide, man. I want you to pay attention to the number 63, number 66, and my fullback, man, number 31. It's 3 down linemen coming on the rush. That's it. That's leaving these guys basically, you know, on the outside looking in regards to blocking. You know what I'm saying? Go back to it. I want you to pay attention now. Watch closely as when my quarterback moves, how they shift. You know what I'm saying? Instead of playing in a pocket position to form a pocket, basically what they're doing is, because they don't have a blocking assignment, they all go into one spot. You know what I'm saying? Meaning, you know, it's almost like being in a neutral spot until whichever area they is, and as far as the pocket goes, they can initiate a blocking animation. Look at the shift whenever Matt Ryan moves. Alright, man, here's an example of the lack of enough animations within the blocking system to basically cause controlled chaos, man. I want you to pay attention to both of my guards. Like I said, unified O-line interaction. You know what I'm saying? Basically look at, well actually no, it was number 77 and number 62. You know what I'm saying? Look at, it's almost simultaneous. And I say almost. We're gonna break it down in slow-mo, and you know, and it will show that, you know, it was different reaction times in regards to the animation. You know what I'm saying? If you look closely, number 95 went down before number 97. You know what I'm saying? But at the end of the day, it's all about the lack of blocking animation in terms of O-line, G-line interaction. You know what I'm saying? And when you have, like I said, once again, a unified O-line interaction system where there's essentially one AI, you know, you'll have things like that. Now we're going to look at Michael Turner. You know what I'm saying? He moves on the play action. And look how, you know what I'm saying, he shifts back into being a blocker. You know what I'm saying? Instead of going and selling the play action, he basically stopped on a dime, you know, to go in for the block and had nobody to block at the time. Alright, man, here's Michael Turner once again on the play action. Talking about how you basically shift back into position to become a blocker. You know, he's also, once he becomes a blocker, he's also within that unified O-line system. But what I want you to pay attention to the chip block. This is a nice chip block animation. You know what I'm saying? You know, when he reacted and saw that Justin Tuck got free, you know what I'm saying, was coming from Matt Ryan, he immediately got in his angle to make a chip block. You know what I'm saying? That was a pretty good chip block in terms of animation. But once again, once Michael Turner becomes a blocker, he's within that unified system, man. It's all one and the same. Alright, man. Here's a play in which the Infinity Engine and the resetting of different blocking animations along with unified O-line interaction can give you the illusion that blocks are being made when in all actuality, on the offensive side of things, no animations are being done, and no way, shape, or form is even a block made. Because of the Infinity Engine, it gives you the illusion, even though they're not truly blocking, they're just standing in the way. Look at this play. Look at Peter Khan. Essentially, he's beat. And in my opinion, what I think what happened here was, once number 97 beat Peter Khan's, because of the Infinity Engine, and Peter Khan's was still in his way, and he had no other angle because of Michael Turner and the other offensive lineman being on opposite ends of his angle, he had no choice but to try to go through Peter Khan's based on the Infinity Engine. And watch what happens here. He goes through Peter Khan. Peter Khan, it looks like he's about to fall, but everything resets. You know what I'm saying? Peter Khan is miraculously gets back on his feet, you know, and resets and gets back into position to initiate another block. But I threw the ball downfield. Here's a little quick play here in regards to play action on the blocking. Matt Ryan fakes it to Michael Turner, and watch the block. Well, initially the truck, you know what I'm saying, and the run through, he puts on the corner that comes on the blitz. You know what I'm saying? It's a pretty sweet looking play in terms of the whole notations and the whole sequence of events regarding, you know, how everything went down. Essentially, it was a chip block, but in actuality, he just ran over number 21. You know what I'm saying? And like I said, once that animation was over, watch how Michael Turner goes immediately to the unified block. Alright, man, let's watch right here the old school classic, you know what I'm saying, in terms of Madden 13 and blocking. Suction block, man. You know what I'm saying? Watch how my left tackle, you know what I'm saying, basically, first of all, we're going to go back to it. You know what I'm saying? I want you, why is he on the inside like that when he's clearly supposed to be watching the edge rush guy? But for whatever reason, it didn't matter, because once he gets into his unified O-line interaction position, the suction block is going to happen. You know, check it out. Check out the sit spin. You know what I'm saying? Because he went into that zone, so to speak, of the left tackle, he was essentially sucked into the block. It didn't matter what position it was. You know what I'm saying? All right, man. Let's look at some tackle animation, man. And I will say this: out of the fundamental four, tackling animations are the most improved and are the best, and can be withheld within the simulation football game. I will say that. Look at Julio Jones. Basically, man, this is some helmet-to-helmet contact, man. And watch how both players, because of the momentum and because of the helmet-to-helmet contact, essentially knock each other back. You know what I'm saying? And it gives the illusion that, you know, it basically knocked both players out. Of course, you got your sit and spin and resetting or, you know, whatever. But, you know, I'm not paying attention to that. All I'm focusing on is the tackle animation within itself. You know what I'm saying? Well, yeah, I will focus on it. You know, what was the point of it? I don't know. You know what I'm saying? But overall, this was a pretty good tackle animation, man. You know what I'm saying? It was basically helmet to helmet, and it knocked both guys out, man. Pretty good play. All right, man. Here's another tackle animation. You got Michael Turner right here on the run. You know what I'm saying? I mean, as far as overall tackle animation, you know, it looked pretty good. And you know, like I said, we already know most of it is physics based. The tackle animations, as far as the Infinity Engine goes, is where the Infinity Engine really shows what it can do. You know what I'm saying? No other unit of the game, no other aspect of the game shows the Infinity Engine like tackle. You know what I'm saying? You see here, you basically had two defenders coming on each side of Michael Turner. He sheds one, gets hit by the other, and while the other one goes down, he's tripped up. And essentially, that's how you tackle. You know what I'm saying? You can't beat it, you can't dispute it. You know, it looked pretty good. You know, some shifting, but oh well. Alright, man, once again, this is another pretty good tackling animation. Now, when I played this in real time, I didn't exactly know what happened. I thought it was some crap going on, but when I go back into it and go to the instant replay, it's basically a wrap-up for the leg, man. And when you talk about wrap-up tackling, you know, I will put this in the category. You see a lot of, you know, wrap-up tackles in regards to the lower body. You don't see them from the waist up. You know what I'm saying? At least I haven't. You know, if I see one, I definitely post it. But you see, initially he sheds the block, but as the defender goes down, he grabs the leg and wraps up on the leg, man, and trips Michael Turner up, man. It went pretty fast, you know what I'm saying, but it happened. You know what I'm saying? I mean, you can't dispute the animation. It was pretty good, you know what I'm saying? Like I said, tackling is the best out the fundamental four. Alright, man, here you got a play here with Julio Jones catching the ball, coming in on his cut in regards to a quick slant. When you see Julio Jones catch the ball and the cornerback that's on him, watch the simultation in terms of the catch animation and the tackling animation. Because the DB was in the vicinity of Julio Jones when he caught the ball, as soon as the catch animation was triggered, the tackle animation was triggered. And that's something I think that needs to be fixed in terms of tackling animations and in terms of wide receiver DB interactions, which I'll be discussing in part 4. You know what I'm saying? Wide receiver DB interaction. Look at, you know what I'm saying, like I said, the simultaneous action. Because the DB was in the vicinity of Julio Jones when he caught the ball, at the very second of Julio Jones catching the ball, the tackle animation was triggered. You know what I'm saying? He didn't go for the swat or anything like that. I'm talking about the AI system. You know, it coincides, man. Alright, man, Julio Jones, you know what I'm saying, one more time in the quick slant. And I initially throw the ball, I intentionally throw the ball behind Julio Jones because the defender is in front and inside of me. So I throw the ball to where Julio Jones can stop and catch the ball. But look at the infinity ends of that work, man. You know, and this is a pretty good tackling animation. You know what I'm saying? And I wouldn't even call this a tackling animation. I would just call it the infinity ends of that work. You see signs of greatness in the infinity ends in terms of tackles, you know what I'm saying, and things of that nature. You know, in my opinion, you know what I'm saying, the Infinity Engine could be something that, yeah, you could grow on, but at the end of the day, it's all about finding out ways to stop the initiation of the crazy animation. Alright, man, here's a play where, you know what I'm saying, tackle animation goes wrong, you know what I'm saying? You see the initial contact, Michael Turner, he shares that tackle, you know what I'm saying, but watch the cornerback, number 21, come on a hit stick on Michael Turner from behind, and Michael Turner turns on the sit spin, turns on the axis, and gets hit and goes toward the sideline like 2 yards, like he just got blasted from the side, you know what I'm saying, which he didn't, he got hit from behind. You know what I'm saying, watch it in this angle. You know, basically, number 21 just ran into Michael Turner, but it was, inputted into the system as a hit stick. You know what I'm saying? These are the things that need to be fixed in terms of user control, in terms of, basically, man, overhaul the input of information, man. Input of information. You know what I'm saying? If you get one thing right, but you can't get the other thing right, you know, it's either you take out the hit stick or you just leave it as far as momentum and weight, because that's ultimately what matters. Alright, man, here's another example, yet again, of the Infinity Engine at work. You know what I'm saying? I stress the Infinity Engine at work because, like I say, as far as tackle animation goes, you know, you get the best result. You know what I'm saying? And, you know, not even every once in a while, probably on a 50-50 scale, you get that, you know, that backbreaker edge-tight feeling in terms of the Infinity Engine and tackle. But even then, we understood that backbreaker had the foundation in terms of the Euphoria engine. The Infinity Engine can be a foundation, but when you try to lace, you know, that engine over bad animation, bad input of information, you know, it leads to bad results. You know, this is a pretty good overall play, Julio Jones. Alright, man, back to blocking animation, you know, and this is terrible. Watch how my left tackle just let the lineman go free, the defensive end, to block the nickelback, man. This is ridiculous. You know what I'm saying? Why would you do it? You know, I don't know why. You know, my overall stance on blocking animation, you know, they're terrible. And check this out, man. Watch this right here. Look at the choke, dog. You know what I'm saying? And this is mad over these past 8 years, you know what I'm saying, in regards to coming out with a good football game. They choke, man. They straight choke. You know what I'm saying? This your boy MD20, man. Standard Series Part 2. SNN Simulation News Network. Check in with me, man. Straight choke.